I'm Greg Daniels, the creator of Prime Video's Upload, and the show is set in the year 2034, where Nathan, who is a coder from LA, has unfortunately died in a self-driving car accident. His consciousness has been uploaded into a luxurious digital hotel playground that's operated by one of 6 big tech companies in the future. And he's on the account of his girlfriend, Ingrid, who is a somewhat shallow influencer type. And while there, he meets Nora, who is a very grounded woman in Queens, who's alive and works as his customer service rep. And in season 1, they fall in love. But at the end of season 1, they are on separate paths because after breaking up with Ingrid, Nathan has been downgraded to the pay-as-you-go monthly 2 gig version of his digital existence. And unfortunately, he used up all his 2 gigs, saving Nora from an assassin sent by the people who murdered him, because there's also a murder mystery. So we come in on season 2, which is now available on Amazon Prime Video, and we'll see what happens. So I was walking around New York in Midtown. I had left the 30 Rock building. I was trying to figure out ideas. I was walking past a lot of electronics stores, and they were advertising CD players, I think, something like that, which had just come out. And it was all about get all your music digitized, and I was like, well, what could there be a sketch and exaggerating some aspect of that? What if, what else could you get digitized? What's the most ultimate thing you could get digitized? What if your entire self was digitized, and then you sort of existed on a video game system that somebody had built? And then I was like, oh, well, that means people could build their own heaven. And that sounded like a really cool idea, because it would, have the appearance of heaven in the sense that you lived forever, but it wouldn't be fair because we would be the ones creating it. It would be a society that human beings created, filled with greed and stupidity, like our societies are. So I was like, that's a really cool concept, but it's not a sketch, and I put it in my trunk. So writers, we have our trunks, which are all of our cool ideas that we don't know how to use. So it was in my trunk, and then we had the writer's strike of 2008, and I was looking through the trunk for projects I could do, and I thought, well, that'd be cool, like a book, like that could be my Harry Potter book. So I started working on it then, and then we went back to work, and then after the office wrapped, I had more time on my hands. I took it out again, and at this point, streaming had started, and I was like, I think maybe this is a streaming show. I'll try and make it as intense and exciting. And when I finally landed at Amazon, they said we want it to be like a 5-hour movie. That was what they were interested in. And so I kind of crafted a big arc on it, so it felt like a 5-hour movie. I'm not scared of the VR world. I mean, I was very intrigued by everything, and I used to go to this, before the pandemic, I went to this place, VR LA, which was like this big convention of VR in LA, and it was super cool and intriguing. And during the pandemic, I really felt like colleges should make a VR college so that you can, attend college if you need to and still be able to interact with other students, because that was the element missing when people were on Zoom. They didn't have random interactions like, in the dining hall or something, which is an important part. And I missed that about my writer's room too, is that we were on Zoom, but we didn't see each other at the coffee station and have small conversations. So I think VR could be great. The part that I'm nervous about, I guess, is the fact that it's privately owned space that used to be public space, you know what I mean? So like if you're used to just walking down the street and seeing a friend and talking to them, was not a recorded conversation before, and nobody was data mining it. But now, when you're at a hosted thing that is meant to look like a public place, but it really isn't, maybe you'll get confused. I don't know. Season 2 has been getting a good response so far from the people who've been sent advance copies and stuff. And I haven't checked as of this morning what the, feedback is, but we were very happy with it. So I think, we're hopeful. People are experimenting with bringing back a weekly drop of episodes, which I think is a good idea. And then there's other, research that says people are so impatient now if they can't binge it on day one that, but I think it depends on the show. Like, I think this show would be good as a weekly because there's lots of little cliffhangers at the end of every episode, and there's an ongoing love story. And those kind of things, I think, benefit from a slower rollout so people can talk to their friends and wonder what's going to happen next. But, I don't know. And there's another great thing about just gulping it down like it's a novel or something and having one terrific weekend of enjoying it.